I'm Catherine Acosta. I'm the product archivist and historian for Vans. In context to the history of American sneaker manufacturing, Vans was one of the only brands for 30 years here that had factories in the US. The first Vans store, which at that time was called House of Vans, was also at that location, 704 East Broadway. Its roots are just forever tied to Anaheim. The era, which was then known as Style 95, was also referred to as the skateboard shoe during its first 2 years of production. Style 36, which we now call the Old Skool, was created by the brand in 1977, was the second runner-up to that, and it was the first skate shoe to use suede and also debut the side stripe, which at that time was called the jazz stripe. And the story goes with the jazz stripe was that Paul Van Doren had a doodle, and he presented it to the pattern maker at the factory, George Greenwood. Paul says that George credited it as being the jazz stripe, and so internally it was called that through the 70s, and then I think it just kind of faded out by the 80s.